quiet struggle. Too many men know. You might not talk about it, but you feel it. You lie in bed next to your partner, and the desire is there, but your body doesn't answer. You wake up groggy even after 8 hours of sleep. You catch yourself avoiding the mirror, wondering where your energy went, not because you've given up, but because something feels different. Something's missing. Now listen closely. This isn't just aging. I know that's what you've been told. But what if I told you that the solution to all of this might come down to 3 overlooked vitamins your body is quietly begging for? I'm Dr. Benjamin Cole. After more than 3 decades working with men over 60, I can tell you what many call just getting older is often something far simpler and far more reversible. If you've been tired, foggy, or frustrated in the bedroom, don't give up on yourself yet. Your body might just be running low on the very ingredients it needs to thrive. Stay with me, because in this video I'll reveal exactly which 3 vitamins every man over 60 needs, and how the right forms at the right time can reignite your energy, restore your performance, and bring back that deep sense of vitality you thought you'd lost. The Vital 3, the nutrients your body craves. Vitamin D, more than sunshine. It's the spark that reawakens circulation. Let me tell you about Paul, a proud 67-year-old husband who sat in my office staring at the floor and finally said, "Doc, I still want to be close to my wife. But I can't. My body, it's like it's forgotten how." I've heard that same painful truth from countless men. And in so many cases, the turning point wasn't a pharmaceutical, it was vitamin D. We think of vitamin D as something kids need for bones, but for men over 60, it's so much more. Vitamin D plays a critical role in producing nitric oxide, a molecule that tells your blood vessels, open up. Without it, circulation weakens, blood flow to essential areas decreases, and you start losing not only physical energy, but emotional closeness too. More than 40% of older adults are vitamin D deficient, even those who eat well and stay active. Why? Because as we age, our skin doesn't convert sunlight into vitamin D as efficiently. Indoor living, cloudy climates, and even sunscreen block the process. But when you restore your D levels through safe sun exposure, fatty fish, or a high-quality D3 supplement, you may begin to notice a change. Your hands and feet feel warmer, your energy lifts, and your confidence quietly returns. And while that's powerful, vitamin D is only the first piece of the puzzle. Vitamin B12, the hidden engine of your brain, body, and bedroom. Now let me tell you about Robert, a retired firefighter and grandfather who walked into my office with strong arms but heavy eyes. He said, "Doc, I sleep 8 hours, I eat 3 meals a day, but I still feel like I'm dragging a weight behind me. I'm foggy, tired, and when it's time to be close to my wife, nothing's there." That day, I diagnosed Robert with a vitamin B12 deficiency and everything changed. Vitamin B12 is essential for energy production. Without it, your body can't properly convert food into fuel. Even worse, your brain slows, your motivation dips, and you begin to feel disconnected from yourself and others. And here's what most men don't know. Our ability to absorb B12 decreases with age. Even if you're eating steak, eggs, or dairy, your digestive system may not be pulling that B12 into your bloodstream. What you want is the form called methylcobalamin, not the cheap synthetic kind most multivitamins use. Once Robert started supplementing correctly, his fog lifted. He began sleeping better, thinking clearer, and rekindling that closeness with his wife. If you've been feeling off lately, don't ignore it. This isn't about willpower, it's about giving your body the fuel it actually needs. The third vitamin, the guardian of hormones and heart. Vitamin E, the silent protector of masculinity and mood. There's one more story I want to share. James, a 70-year-old retired pilot, walked into my clinic feeling defeated. He looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I exercise, I eat right, I've always taken care of myself, but lately my drive is gone. Not just in the bedroom, everywhere. I don't feel like me." James wasn't broken. He wasn't lazy. He was missing something most doctors never test for, vitamin E. Vitamin E is often mislabeled as a skin vitamin or a fertility aid, but for men over 60, it's much more powerful. It's an antioxidant, meaning it fights off the silent inflammation that builds up in your blood vessels, your organs, and yes, even your testosterone-producing glands. When inflammation rises, blood flow weakens. Hormones decline, recovery slows, and slowly, silently, you begin to lose your spark. But with the right kind of vitamin E, natural, full spectrum, not synthetic, something begins to shift. Blood vessels become more elastic. Circulation improves. Testosterone production stabilizes. Your energy begins to feel like it's working with you again, not against you. I asked James to start adding almonds, sunflower seeds, and olive oil to his diet. We also introduced a natural E supplement. Months later, he came back with that familiar grin and said, "Doc, I'm not 25 again, but I finally feel like I'm back in my body. And that is everything." The secret sauce. Why these three work better together. I want to tell you about Walter. Walter was a 68-year-old former high school coach who had always prided himself on staying sharp. He'd been taking vitamin D for a few months and noticed a slight improvement. Later, he added B12, and then finally, vitamin E. But it wasn't until he combined all three, consistently and in the right forms, that the real magic happened. He walked into my office one afternoon and said, "Doc, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like someone rebuilt my engine. I'm waking up rested. I'm laughing again. I'm not just showing up, I'm living again. Here's why it worked." Vitamin D opened up his blood vessels and improved nitric oxide levels, setting the stage for better circulation. Vitamin B12 ensured his blood could carry oxygen efficiently, fueling his brain, muscles, and intimacy. Vitamin E kept his cardiovascular system strong, inflammation low, and testosterone active. Together, they created what I call the vitality triangle, a synergy between blood flow, energy metabolism, and hormonal balance. Alone, each vitamin does something important. Together, they create the momentum your body needs to feel alive again. The biggest mistake most men make. Let me tell you about Gerald. He was 74, bright-eyed, and determined to fix his fatigue. He brought in a grocery bag full of supplements, dozens of bottles, and spilled them across my desk. He said, "Doc, I've been taking all these every day, and nothing's changed." I looked at the labels, and my heart sank. He was doing everything right, except he wasn't. Most of those supplements were cheap, synthetic, and poorly absorbed. Vitamin B12 in the form of cyanocobalamin, which older bodies can't process well. Vitamin D2 instead of D3. Synthetic vitamin E that lacked the full family of tocopherols and tocotrienols. Form matters. Quality matters. Consistency matters. The truth is, taking the wrong form of a vitamin is like trying to fuel your car with water. Your engine won't run. Once Gerald switched to higher quality supplements, D3, methylcobalamin, and natural E, and began taking them consistently, the results came fast. He said, "Doc, I'm sleeping better, I'm thinking clearer, and I even feel like a man again." And let me be clear, it wasn't because he tried harder. It was because he started doing it right. Your simple daily routine, building your foundation. Men often ask me, "Dr. Cole, can you just tell me exactly what to do each day?" I don't need fads, I just need a plan. So here it is, the routine I gave to Frank, a 66-year-old carpenter who had all but given up on feeling strong again. Morning, a full glass of water. A methylcobalamin B12 supplement with a high-protein breakfast. Mid-morning, 15 minutes outside in the sunlight to produce natural vitamin D. On cloudy days, take vitamin D3 with your first meal. Lunch, a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds and a drizzle of olive oil over a spinach salad for vitamin E, or a natural supplement if that's easier. That's it, no gimmicks, no 10-step program. Just consistency, the right forms, and a little commitment. Within 3 weeks, Frank told me he was playing with his grandkids again, laughing more, showing up fully in his marriage. He looked at me and said, "I didn't think I'd feel this way again, but I do. Now I want to speak directly to you. Not as a doctor, but as someone who has sat across from thousands of men like you, men who've worked hard, raised families, fought through pain and hardship, men who still want to live with strength, clarity, and connection. If you've been wondering whether it's too late to feel like yourself again, the answer is no. It's not too late, not even close. Your body still remembers how to heal. Your heart still longs to feel alive. Your spirit still craves closeness, power, and purpose. And with the right nutrients and the right plan, those things can return. So what now? You've already taken the first step by listening. Now take the next one. Say yes to your body. Say yes to your energy. Say yes to your future. Like this video if it spoke to you. Share it with a brother, a friend, someone you love. Subscribe so you never miss a message that might change your life. And leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from or what part hit home. I'm Dr. Benjamin Cole. And I want you to know, you still matter. Your health still matters. And this life of yours, it still has chapters worth writing. I'll see you in the next video.